Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is RACHELRAE and today I'm going to be working on my Dark Queen of the Seas Stitch Along by Autumn Lane Stitchery. I'm working on the current update, which is down here below the fish, and I would love to sit back and relax with you and just catch you up on all things crafty. So how are you doing? Are you doing well? Are you staying cool and just, taking things easy? Today has been kind of a stressful day for me, and it not much has really even happened. So I'm counting where we're going down. All right, I've had to cut all that out because it was all me counting. If you are also cross-stitching while you're watching this video, I'm going to warn you ahead of time that I tend to speak like what's on my mind, and when counting is on the brain, I end up counting out loud. So if you are stitching and that bothers you, or you think it might throw you off, maybe watch this another time when you don't have to concentrate. I'm going to go ahead and zoom you in now. This way you'll have a better view of what I'm doing, and hopefully the Irish sunshine will be kind to us today, as it's been one of those days where the sun is very strong when it's out, and then suddenly we just get hit with this very big, rainstorm, and we even had hail earlier. It was that bad. So that's been fun. The weather has gone a bit cold here, so it's still in the 50s Fahrenheit, and with all the rain and everything, it just makes things feel a little bit cooler than it says it is on the temperature gauge, but that's kind of to be expected at this time of year, isn't it? I'm just going to mark off my stitches here. In case you're wondering, I am working this on the 28 count opalescent fabric called Bewitched, and it is by Under the Sea Fabrics. It was dyed specifically for this stitch along, and it is still being sold. Oops, I selected the wrong ones. And then I have those three. Yeah, perfect. Check this off. I'm using the Pattern Keeper app here beside me to keep track of where I am, which I find helps a lot. It's only for Windows devices, but it's genuinely a lifesaver. I feel like reading patterns has never been easier for me, and I am a new stitcher, so that's not saying a lot, but I've heard veteran stitchers say that Pattern Keeper has been a huge help to them. Anyway, I was talking about the weather. The weather has been very cold. We've been lighting fires every evening, and it's May, y'all. It's May. Like, we shouldn't be having to do this, but I suppose that old adage, May flowers, something about Mayflowers, April showers, Mayflowers. For us, it's April flowers, May showers. Let us see here now. I've already gotten off track, so let's see. I may have to come back to PK in just a few seconds because this happens sometimes. There we go. Let me get back up here. So we are up in the tail right here, and it should be 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we're right there. Bear with me. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and then 4. So this one is going to be 4 across. It's really hard sometimes for my brain to get in the mindset of like talking and stitching, because I so often just listen and stitch, and sometimes I can't even listen. What about you? Do you have to listen to something, or do you prefer something like music? I have a feeling that when I get to working on my chatelaine, that I'm probably going to have to listen to music with no lyrics. There's some projects that I feel are just a little too complex for listening to words. Does that make sense? So, I had a very stitchy weekend. Did the Up All Night Stitching Retreat, and that was amazing. Oops, wrong goal. And that was hosted by the Black Needle Society, for which I'm a rep. But I did buy that box, and it was such great fun. I wish that I could have spent longer in there. But I had some, I had a friend call around, and sometimes friends are more important than what's happening online. So I made time, and it was so good to see her. And what else did I do? So Saturday I started my first mania plans, and honestly, like, I think I did pretty well. I'll show you in Flosstube what I got up to, but I was a stitching fiend this weekend. And then on Sunday, I think, I was like, oh my goodness, I was supposed to do an Etsy shop update. So there I am Sunday evening, like freaking out a little bit about the listings and the stuff we were planning to put up. And yeah, but it's okay. Everything worked out well. So if you're interested, I do have like needle minders. I meant to put one on. I meant to put a few here so that you could see them. So let me zoom you back out a little bit for just a minute. So here we have, I'll have to get some magnet backers. I'll just show you these. I've got the Lumos wand. I've got the koi fish set, which I love, these yin yang koi fish. I always keep the ones that are the defects. So like when they don't have very good printing, I'll keep those ones and leave the good ones for everybody else. So I've got a whole set of those. And of course, where is she now? I think I put her on a project. But I have the Sleepy Galaxy kitten. I have a bunch of them in there. So if you're interested, you can feel free to check them out. But no pressure. No pressure. They're up there for whenever. I did have to make some changes. So now every order to outside of the EU and Great Britain is tracked. So you'll notice that my shipping prices are a little bit higher than they used to be. I'm sorry, you probably want to see this too. The shipping prices are a little bit higher than they used to be, but that's just due to the current shipping situation. There's nothing I can do about it. I don't set the prices. I do not set the prices. You're probably looking around this room like, what is going on in her house? Well, let me tell you. So last week I sprained my ankle. I'm going to go ahead and stay out a little bit. I'll bring you in a little bit, but not like a terrible bunch. I sprained my ankle. It hurt really bad. I was laid up for almost a week. When did I start walking again? Let me see. I started walking properly again on Sunday? Or did I wear the boot on Sunday? I wore the boot on Sunday, and then I decided to take a chance on Monday and just walk without the boot, and I might have overdid it a little bit. Might have overdone it a little bit. I'm gonna go down 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so I was there Monday trying to clean up the place and get videos recorded and all of this stuff, and honestly, I spent most of the day fulfilling Etsy orders, so thank you so much to everybody who did purchase something when they saw the shop reopened. I do appreciate it. I always release a coupon code, and I let the patrons know exactly when the shop is going to open, and so they got like first dibs. So if you don't know what Patreon is, it's down below. It's just linked there. It's a way to support the channel. And I have lots of benefits and stuff. I have vlogs over there that don't show up on this channel. Kind of get behind the scenes life in the Ray household. And then I do a live and a Zoom chat with those respective tiers once a month as well. So it is really good fun, and it allows me to keep on making fun videos for everybody. Can you see what I'm doing? I hope you can. And now I just follow this line down, it looks like. That's the problem about being zoomed in a little bit, is that I can't see where you are. And my phone is being silly. There we go. All right. Sorry about that. It's all a learning curve. For me, I'm used to the diamond painting, so there's a little bit more movement with cross stitch. So that was busy, and then after yesterday, my ankle was super sore, and I hadn't even, like, I didn't drive or anything because I don't think I'm ready for that step yet, but yeah. Last night I could not sleep. I don't know what was wrong with me. I went to bed at like 4:30. I had a scare. I don't know, maybe my brain just went all paranoid. So every night before I go to bed, I let Luna out and I go brush my teeth while she's doing her, nightly thing. And by the time I'm done brushing my teeth, she's ready to come back in. Well, as soon as I open the door, mind you, this is 4:30 in the morning. Like, I'm just like, shh, don't tell James, I open the door and she immediately just completely bolts out of the door and scares the life out of me because she starts barking her head off. And I'm like, oh my goodness, what is out there? You know what I mean? And yeah, it's pitch black outside. There was no light, there was no moon, there was nothing. And she's going crazy. And then I thought I heard her run away, and then I heard a crunch, 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 like 3 footsteps right next to the front door. I freaked out a little bit inside. I was kind of like, I don't know, I felt like I was just paralyzed with fear because I thought, there's no way that there could be somebody outside. We live in the country, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I called her name. She came back in, and I closed the door and locked it, and I was like, oh my goodness. And so I could not fall asleep. Like I was lying in bed and I must have been lying there for like half an hour. I didn't look at my phone because I don't bring my phone to bed. I leave it out in the living room to charge because, you know, it's easy to just sit in bed and stare at the phone. Anybody else? Like, I used to have this really bad habit that if I would bring my phone to bed, I would do, like, I called it midnight shopping. And I'd always buy like craft supplies when I couldn't sleep and I was just lying in bed staring at my phone. So I quit doing that a few years ago. I started leaving my phone in the other room. And if I need to get up, then, you know, for a specific thing and set an alarm, then I'll do that. But I'll put my phone really far out of reach because I don't, you know, I don't want to take the chance anymore. It's not good. It's not good for me. So yeah, I could not fall asleep. And I did not want to wake up James and be like, babe, I think there's somebody outside. You know what I mean? Like, you don't wake somebody up from a sound sleep if you don't know somebody's outside, because then he'd get all freaked out too. So, there I was, kind of like eyes wide open. Eyes wide open, kind of like, oh my goodness. But I don't think it was a person. I think it might have been Luna. I just didn't, like, it didn't sound like her footsteps. Anyway, whatever. It was creepy. And I had been listening to Bailey Sarian, you know, the makeup and murder lady. I really like watching her stuff. Like, she's very entertaining. And I don't even know why, because I'm not a huge makeup person, but I've learned a lot from watching her and listening to her talk about murders. It's so funny. But yeah, I do like her channel. It's really cool. And then I finished up all of my first week of Stitch Mania plans, and now I'm just moving my light, hopefully help a little bit more. Probably not. Stitch Mania plans for the first week of May, and I did it. I stitched on the 3 pieces I said I would, and now I am working on my Dark Queen, which is what I said I would do. Sorry, I gotta adjust this light because it's just, I think it's just pointing the wrong way, and that's why it's not working properly for us. Here we go. Just screw that in. All right. I said that during the week I would be working here on Dark Queen this week, and next week it'll be Wakanda Forever. And I'm hoping I can finish Wakanda Forever next week, and then I'll get back to the Dark Queen again. That's the plan anyway. You know how I am with plans anyway. Sometimes they don't work. But that's okay. I am excited to see new progress happening on this piece for sure. And I have been working hard behind the scenes to kind of prioritize my crafts so that I can make fun videos, because it's not all just me sitting here and pulling out the camera and then filming a video. You know what I mean? I wish that's all it was. There's a lot of behind the scenes stuff, and I know that some of you are interested, but honestly, I am not good at explaining that stuff. If you are a creator and you're interested in like the success of your channel and stuff like that, then definitely check out YouTube, because there are YouTubers that make videos on it. It's all about timing and all these things, anticipation, making sure that you don't break promises. And I am going to admit something. I'm just really bad with follow through. Like, I have all these good intentions and then I just get overwhelmed. Like today, and my patrons will know this, I was in an overthinking spiral. I was like, I want to do this particular video for my channel, and I'm worried, and like I need your help because I've been sitting here for like over 2 hours, racking my brain and then, you know, talking myself out of this. And they're all super helpful and gave me lots of suggestions. So I do appreciate my patrons so much. It's just one of those things, and I don't even know how to explain it because I just feel so privileged to even be able to have this channel and to be here with you all. And I'm grateful that everybody who has commented thinks highly enough of me that they want to see me do tutorials and, you know, all this kind of stuff. And I guess for some of us, the pressure can get to us, and I'm one of those people. So I'm doing my best. I really am. And I got to get rid of my perfectionist side, but I want to give you my all. Does that make sense? Without getting too cheesy. Alrighty, let me see here now. I'm gonna tuck this in. Go to bed, thread. Pull that through, just like that. And then I'm gonna use my old craft scissors to cut that off. Now, let me just have a look here at the pattern and I'll be right back. All right, we're switching colors here because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to loop around this tail, or, you know, it's, in my opinion, I'm pretty sure that she's an octopus. So her tentacle goes out and around like this. And I want to get the outline done, because once I have that area like looped, then I'll be able to really focus and get that area filled in without worrying about miscounting, because I don't have any grids on this. And I noticed that my stitch count is off somewhere in here. And my plan is just, I'm just gonna push it out. I might rip this stuff out and then push it over one stitch and hide behind here and just bring it out by one, because I don't know where I messed up. I messed up somewhere in there, in the fish, and that's no bueno. So I'm just going to come in with this second color. This is 336. These blues are just so amazing. And then where we did this fun bit, bring this in up here. If you're wondering about this needle minder, this is from Agnes Little Minders. And I got it especially, oop, I have to tuck this one in. I'm going to do a pin stitch actually on this one. Hold on, quick teaching moment. Can I? No, hang on 1 second. Okay, so let's do a pin stitch. You come up through the middle, you go down in the middle on the left, you come up through the middle again, go down the middle on the right, and then you do your X as normal. I only know how to do that on over 2 on linen, so an even weave. So I don't know if you even saw that, to be honest. I'm so sorry. But this isn't meant to be a tutorial. This is just meant to like be a chit chat kind of situation. Oops. but I highly recommend looking up, if you have any questions about anything, just look it up on YouTube. There's so many great tutorials out there. One day I hope that I could be that person, but right now I'm sharing my crafty journey, you know? Okay, 1, 2, 3. We've got 3 stitches here. I like to do my first leg and then come back. It's just the way I like to stitch. Because I like to count first and then go back and fill in, you know? And then there's other people who prefer to do the full stitch each time. And to be honest with you, when I'm moving, I like to do that too, but that's neither here nor there. So that's the 3, and now we're going down to 2. And we're going to do 2 until we get right here, and then we'll do 3 again so I can talk. So let's see what else is going on. So I was off the foot for a while and my house kind of fell apart. I'm still trying to catch back up. Luna decided that it was a great time for her to start molting. If you don't know, collies also shed their fur twice a year, and it's awful. Like, I get tumbleweeds if I'm not careful. And I got tumbleweeds, y'all, so if you can see dog fur on my project, I'm so sorry. But it is what it is. It's what I live with. I kind of stopped freaking out about it as much once I started working from home, because I didn't really have to, you know, worry about keeping uniforms clean and stuff like that. By clean, I mean, like, you know, pet hair free. But it's still really, really annoying to me. So I try my best to make sure that the fur is cleaned up. But what I like to do is I like to take her to the park and brush her at the park. So I said the P word. Oh good, she's sound asleep. I don't know if you can hear her snoring in the background. So there's 3 and then there's 4. Yes, so she's been kind of feeling a little pent up lately because I haven't been able to take her on her jaunts. Trying to think of new words to use so that she doesn't perk up and start harassing us. But yeah, her energy, you know, she wants to get it out, but there was nothing I could do, and I was like, James, you gotta take her. But he's been in the garden because this is prime time in our garden. So I've been asking him to take her, you know, outside with him. But unfortunately for me, if Luna's away from me for too long, then she starts barking to be let back in. And that doesn't bode well when you are trying to record videos. Speaking of videos, what did you think about the huge diamond painting that I unboxed on Monday? Isn't it amazing? I don't know when I'm gonna get the time to do that. That's like a retirement project. I'm so glad that it came in good condition. I really am. It's beautiful. And actually, as I am filming this right now, I'm just getting ready to release Tuesday's video, which is my custom diamond painting pen, like a tour of all my custom pens. And I'm really nervous about it because I don't know, I don't like to brag. So when I feel like people can perceive something as a brag, it makes me feel uncomfortable, because that's certainly not what I meant to do. But it has been requested. So, you know, it's not like I don't know. You know what I mean? Do you ever feel that way as a, if you're also a diamond painting YouTuber, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you like to see other people's stash? Do you consider it a brag? What, like I showed my stash before and that was okay, but I don't know if I'll do that again. Maybe it's just the stress of feeling that way is what gets me feeling weird. I don't know. Let me just double check. I'm going to count. 2, 3, 4. Okay, good. This is the 4th one. And then I'll go to 5. We're doing really well so far. Yeah, I don't, it just makes me feel uncomfortable, that's all. But I mean, as a YouTuber, I feel like I should be producing content that people are asking me to do. If it's within my abilities, then I want to be able to do it, you know? But it's those videos, the stash, the collection, I guess it just depends on the way you do it. I don't know. I'd love to hear what you think in a comment down below, because yeah, just makes me feel weird. But that being said, I do love it, and I absolutely adore all the pens that I've purchased or that I've received to test out. They're all really cool. I'm actually in the midst of getting a new email address because the email I have is just, I don't know, it's overwhelmed. And if you're wondering, like, if you have generic, well, I don't want to say generic, but if you have, like, you know, basic questions that anybody who diamond paints or crafts like cross stitch or knits could answer, I highly recommend that you bring it to my Facebook group that I share with Mrs. Crochet and Coffee. It's called Crafters Anonymous with Mrs. Crochet and Coffee and RACHELRAE. I have it linked down below. And I would highly recommend joining the group. You got to answer the questions and agree to the rules. But if you join the group, it means that someone can answer your question right away. Whereas with, if say you were to email me, I unfortunately will probably not get a chance to email you back in a timely manner. And that's just because I have so many emails and invoices and all this kind of stuff going into that one email that now I need to find a new way. And so I hope that you can get a quicker answer by joining the group. It's not that I don't want to answer the question. It's just that I have no more time in the day. It's kind of, I never thought that that would ever be the case, but here we are. But there's a great community of people there who want to help, and they're so open and generous with their advice. So please give it a try, because I promise you will not be disappointed going over there. Plus, we're all a bunch of enablers, you know. Someone will share a picture of something and we'll all be like, oh my goodness, where did you get that? So it is kind of a fun place, you know, where we could joke around and have a good time. So yeah, I'm having a lot of fun over there and trying to get some new things in the works, if you know what I mean. I've got some ideas coming up, and my patrons know about it because I've talked about it in the vlog, but it has to do with the shop, and it's also got to do with my wanting to be more ecologically friendly and that kind of thing. So you'll see soon. You will see soon, I promise. What else is going on? Oh yes, I don't know if you've seen it, but Heike's doing a new DP Theme of the Month challenge, and you should definitely check out her channel, Stone Cold Coffee Crafts, because every month she posts a new challenge, and she asks you to join. There's no giveaway or anything, it's just for fun, but this month's theme is challenge yourself. So to work on something that you find difficult, like maybe you find dark colors difficult, or maybe you find confetti difficult to do. So she's asking everybody who participates to choose something that's challenging. And that's funny because I have quite a few challenging diamond paintings for whatever reason. That's the ones that I get hung up on. Hi Lulu. Hi baby girl, what's up? Oop, I don't need to go over this time. So let me just double check where I'm at. So we did 4 and 2. 4, 2, and then I do 2 again. The same number. What's going on? You were asleep a second ago. Yeah, you're all right. I think she's upset because I had to close the blinds or the curtains on the window where she likes to lie in the sunshine. I swear she's a cat. And to film this video, because otherwise you would see through the fabric. And so she went and laid down in her bed, but now she's awake again. Yep, you're awake again. My stomach is rumbling. I think I'm hungry. I just ate like okay, this is a weird combination. I had a cup of tea and a dark chocolate digestive biscuit and a banana. And now my stomach is like, I don't know why I'm hungry. I just drank water too. Maybe that's what it is. I have to drink more water. Yeah. I had to do a lot of things for myself. I feel like I'm kind of falling behind. I was just getting back on the bandwagon to like get in shape and work out and stuff, and then I had to go and just fall. I don't think I tripped on anything either. It was just misstepping or something. Oh well. But it's going to be fine. I mean, I feel much better now. It's a little bit sore, but it's not, you know, unmanageable, if you know what I mean. So it'll be fine. I just, you know, it's funny how life throws those curveballs, and they're like, you know, you're just about to get back on the track, and then something happens, and it's like, nope, not yet. I gotta push through and make sure not to overdo it, but push through and persevere, because I want to make my health a priority this year. I'm supposed to get blood test results here tomorrow, hopefully, fingers crossed, because I asked my doctor to run tests on me to make sure everything is okay, because I feel like there might be something off a little bit. So I'm skipping 2 this time, right? Yeah. Yeah. 4, 2, 2, 1, 4, 4, 3, 4. Hold on. No. 4, 2, 2, 1, 2. Sorry if that threw anybody off. Now I'm like super aware of it. It's important to count and recount, so my friends say. Make sure that you know where you're going. What was I saying? Yeah, it's funny how life throws those curveballs. We have to push through, and when you really want something. Oh, sorry, I was talking about the blood tests. So Yeah, I feel like something's a bit off. It's been off for a while now, but I I know that you can gain weight by going through a lot of stress, and I certainly did go through a lot of stress. I just didn't feel like I feel right now, and right now I feel pretty. I don't know. I feel different. I feel um, weighted down, and I don't know why. It's weird. Maybe it's the lockdown fatigue or something, because you know there's nothing to do here. There's nowhere to go. You're not supposed to see people. You can't buy certain things in the store. You know, it's a whole other. It's like a dystopian novel or something. So it's kind of aggravating in that way. I don't know. I don't really know what's going on, but that's all mental. But like, it's showing itself on the outside, and that's what's upsetting me a lot. But it'll be okay, you know. It's okay. Why do I always get like super in my head when I'm sitting in this recliner? What is it about this recliner? I remember when I did my video here, and I was talking about when I finally talked to my doctor about how I felt, and he diagnosed me with clinical depression, and I started medication, and I felt so, what's the word? I felt really exposed when I made that video. And I'm so glad now that I did, because telling you about what happened to me and why I chose to get help helped me to realize that it was okay. And it was a good idea to talk about it. And that's kind of how I feel right now, because I feel like you are my friends, and I know that you have my best interest at heart. You wouldn't be here listening to me if you didn't care. So, you know, I feel like a lot of you understand where I'm coming from. And I know that I can get through this, but you know, it's important to talk through it. You know what I mean? And I'm really grateful that I have you there to listen. And I hope that by talking about it, that I help you to talk about it too, because it's not something to be ashamed of. You know, when you're not feeling right, you definitely should talk to someone. I will let you know what the results were, if there was anything, you know, unusual or anything. Hopefully there's nothing unusual, and it's just, you know, it all comes back normal, but we shall see. What else is going on? May. I'm still doing those amazing Eatstro boxes. They're fantastic. I love not having to think about what I'm going to cook for dinner. Just one less thing for me to do. Though I have been thinking lately that I need to spend more time planning my meals for the week, you know, that I am capable of doing it, but I think that it's just, for right now, it's a luxury that I can afford, that I'm trying to do for my mental health, and I won't need it forever. So there's that. And I find that I'm not much of a planner person. I need to work on it, because I know that the more organized you are, the less stress you have about stuff. So I would like to put that into practice. I would. But I think that what I'm going to get ready to do is I'm going to look I'm looking over my shoulder. The clouds are going really fast today. That must be why there's such dramatic weather changes. Let's see if I can walk down to the park and call my grandma and see how she's doing, and then yeah, just heat up. I'm gonna heat up leftovers. We're gonna have curry for dinner, which is lovely. It's my brother-in-law's curry. He's such a good chef. And then my plans for the evening, I'm actually going to clean a little bit more if my foot isn't bothering me. And then what else should I do today? Edit this video and get it uploaded. And oh, and if you're looking for suggestions of something to watch, started watching this show. It is in the US, it's on Showtime, and it's called Good Lord Bird. It is fantastic. It's moving, it's a little bit weird, and I don't want to tell you too much because I don't want to ruin the surprise of it, but let me just tell you that I am really enjoying that show, and I'm watching an episode every night, and it's great. I'm also rewatching The Expanse so that James can watch it, and I'm trying really hard not to give anything away, but I'm like nearly in tears every episode. It's funny to other people, but it's not funny to me. I was very moved by that show, and now rewatching it has got me all up in my feels. All right, where are we now? So we got 2 there, 2 there. We got to do 2 here as well. I don't know why the tension in the middle is off. There's something, I think I didn't roll this tight enough or something. I've got to practice more with these scroll frames because I'm used to using the Q-snap, but I like them. The frame, the scroll frame and the stand are from Artisan Designs. Whoops, went through the wrong hole. The good thing about linen is that you can back out, you know. You can just go back the way that you came because there's good space between the holes. But we got quite a bit done, don't you think, for an hour? I think so anyway, considering I'm talking and trying to stitch. But this is for all of you who asked me to stitch in my next Wipnchat. Thanks for suggesting it to me. If you'd like to see something else in the next one, please let me know in a comment. I would like to hear what you have to say too. Let's see, we're gonna go down. We've got to fill this in and then fill that in. So it should be 4 now, and then I'll let you go. For the day, I'm trying to remember if there's something else that I wanted to tell y'all. Other than I've got the Etsy store is up. Doing a lot of work on my crafts. I've got a special secret craft that you're not going to see until next week. Well, it's not a new craft or anything. It's just I filmed the video this week, but I'm not done with it. And so I'm going to add to it and then release it next week. And I I've just been really enjoying, you know, spending time with the family. Like every Sunday we have a brunch, and then during the week we might have dinner. It's just been kind of nice, you know, in that way. But then the days all feel the same. Do you know what I mean? And that can just get kind of old pretty fast. I love changing things up. So I think soon I'm going to buy the paint and get those cabinets done. And then I'll do the floor after the cabinets are done in the kitchen, because I've been talking about it for so dang on long. I hope that y'all are safe and doing well and, you know, taking it easy where you can. It's still pretty rough out there, you know, and I get it. I definitely get it. So, right, I'm gonna let y'all have a lovely day and a good rest of your evening. I hope that you enjoyed our time together today, this little Wipnchat. And I'll do this every single Wednesday for as long as I can. I do enjoy it. I do. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Like I said, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Join us over on the Facebook group. Have a look at my Etsy shop if you're interested in some needle minders or cover minders for diamond painting. And I will see you all really soon. Take care, everyone. Bye.